have to say that one of my favorite features about Google's text messaging and RCS messaging app, Messages by Google or Google Messages, I'm not sure actually what it goes for these days, is the ability to pull up the Messages for Web interface on any device that can have a web browser, scan the QR code with your primary phone, and then begin texting from that device. This is extremely useful, although it's not quite perfect. Anytime you're using a web app for something like that, there can be times where issues can crop up. One big issue is the fact that you can only have a session active on one device at a time. So if I have the web app up on my computer here and I pull it up on my Chromebook in another room, it's going to kick me off of this one, and when I come back, it gets a little bit weird. It's just not a perfect solution. And if you're someone that has a tablet, perhaps an Android tablet or a secondary phone, again, being restricted to a web app on those devices is just subpar. In particular, when you compare to other messaging applications where you can simply log in, your messages sync from device to device, and you're good to go. Well, guys, today we have some news coming out based on a new beta build of the Google Messages app. This was actually first reported, at least from what I saw, on this Blogspot website, the SP Android. And what they were able to find buried in this most recent beta APK is the fact that Google appears to be readying some new functionality. Now, they talk about in this next paragraph about how there's no really great way to send and receive your RCS messages, your text messages more broadly, on another phone. There's a workaround to use this web browser and the QR code. With the latest update of Messages, you don't have to do that anymore. I should say again, this is not activated, so that's not explicitly true. You do still have to do that. As they dug in, what they found is that they appear to be readying the ability to not just scan a QR code, but to simply log into your Google account. So let's say your primary phone is here in your hand and it has your phone number on it, and that phone number is associated with your Google account. You grab a secondary device, open up Google Messages, and you can simply log in with your Google Messages account, and there are all of your text messages and RCS messages. Now, I'm assuming your basic SMS should be there because that's how it works in the Messages for Web interface. I'm assuming it will be the same here for this as well. As they mention here, maybe the biggest beneficiary and maybe the biggest reason that they're doing this is because currently their own Pixel tablet uses Messages for Web, the web app, to have text messaging across devices. And it would be really nice to have a proper application to properly compete with an iPhone and an iPad using iMessage. That is a definite advantage for them. Well, if this rolls out, suddenly your Pixel Fold and your Pixel tablet, your Pixel whatever, and your Pixel tablet are going to have that exact same functionality where your messages will sync from device to device. 9 to 5 Google actually took things a step further by actually posting some screenshots where they were able to tweak the APK to somewhat enable these features. You can see here on this far right side, message from your phone number on your other devices. Use your phone number to send and receive messages on devices signed into your Google account, and you can just simply continue with that Google account and you're off and running. Of course, there's still a lot about this that we simply do not know. This is still just buried in an APK, so when is it actually going to roll out? Definitely hard to say. I would hope, fingers crossed, hey, October 4th would be a really, really good time when you're talking about Android 14, you're talking about your brand new Pixel 8 device. Maybe that'd be a good time to be like, hey, we just took iMessages, one of its biggest features, cross-device messaging, your messages syncing from device to device, and we're rolling out. That would be a really, really big thing to show at that event. Perhaps it's going to happen. Again, we don't know all the details. We don't know if this is going to work on every Android device. Will this be restricted to tablets? We just don't have answers to these questions yet, but it does appear as though something is happening in this direction. And personally, I'm very excited because this is one of my most desired features for Android in general. Guys, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Subscribe for more content just like this. And until next time, stay nerdy, my friends.